أهلا بيكم أعزائي طلبة وطلبات الصف الثالث الإعدادي في حلقة جديدة من حلقات الساينس تحت رعاية وإشراف وزارة التربية والتعليم. In the previous episode we revise on Unit 1, make a revision on Unit 1 which is 3 lessons and عملنا training وعلى many types of MCQ questions and we know that we have to be very conscious نخلي بالنا كويس جدا واحنا when answering this type of questions because sometimes it will be بتبقى confusing لينا بتلخبطنا شوية. In this episode we are going to continue our revision. Be ready واستعد معايا please ب piece of paper and a pen أو copy book عشان هنراجع مع بعض how can we draw the graphical relations together and كمان we are going to solve many types of problems together. Let's start. Let's start now to know how to revise how can we draw the graphical relations. First of all لازم أقرأ الريليشن كويس جدا. بيقول لي constant مثلا relation to represent constant speed. Constant speed يعني الفاكتورز اللي عندي distance and time. يبقى at the beginning برسم الجراف بتاعي أو الأكسس بتاعتي and this is D and T and constant means أنا I'm going to make a straight line passing by the origin. طيب لو عايزة أنا I want to draw a graphical relation represent non-uniform speed. Okay, I said برضو speed يبقى what are the factors here? Distance and time. But in this case non-uniform. Non-uniform I said it's curved line starting من الأوريجين ممكن من غير الأوريجين maybe يبقى أهو it's a curved line representing non-uniform speed. طيب let's برضو نرسم جراف تاني representing الاكسلريشن. طيب acceleration between ايه؟ between speed and time. طيب let's start to draw. This is the graph and here speed and here time. This is representing acceleration. طب أنا عايزة أرسم positive acceleration or the body moves with uniform acceleration. كلمة uniform to me means straight line passing by the origin. Let's see how. Yes, it's straight line passing by the origin. طيب عندي بقى another type which is called zero acceleration. Zero acceleration يعني I'm not going to change my speed. طب acceleration again between speed and time. And here zero acceleration يعني ما فيش acceleration. I said the word zero زي ما قلنا في الحلقات اللي قبل كده zero means straight line parallel to this x. يعني أنا أول ما أشوف straight line parallel to the x بقول على طول zero. طب ده zero إيه؟ zero إيه؟ speed and time يبقى zero acceleration. This graph is very important because it's double 2-in-1 graph. يعني إيه؟ Here maybe represent zero acceleration and sometimes أقول لك أو يقول لك في الquestion draw a graphical relation to represent constant speed using speed and time. طب أنا كده هتلخبط؟ لا خالص. ليه؟ لأن أنا I know well quite well in relation between speed and time يعني acceleration. Okay. طب here he wants to me from me أن أنا أرسم constant speed by using speed and time. I know that the constant speed هي equal zero acceleration. Okay? يعني هي. طيب if I draw this shape it's constant speed? Yes, of course it's constant speed. So الجراف ده 2-in-1 graph يعني ممكن representing zero acceleration or representing the body moving with constant speed مش بيغير سرعته خالص. Another one which is برضو zero but here in this case D and T and with one x parallel to the x-axis. هنا D and T distance and time على طول هترجم أقول speed and straight line parallel to the x-axis بحط على طول zero. طب له اسم تاني؟ yes body at rest يعني الكار دي أو البادي ده not moving at all. دايما أنا I put in my consideration أنا ما بتكلم على zero أي zero يبقى straight line parallel to this x-axis. طيب zero speed يبقى between distance and time. Zero acceleration between speed and time. Here I represent many types of graphs. Finally في عندنا جراف واحد بس هو اللي فاضل. How can I represent the body moves with negative acceleration؟ يعني بيبطأ سرعته. Acceleration. So here V and T acceleration. Negative. Negative يعني بديكريز السبيد يبقى straight line but نازل curve. Straight line بس نازل لتحت. يبقى here I have those shapes or those graphs. So here the first one between distance and time with straight line يبقى representing a constant speed. Here or uniform speed. Here between distance and time but it's shape of curved line representing the body moving with non-uniform speed. يبقى دي non-uniform speed. طيب if the graph between distance and time with one straight line parallel to the x-axis يبقى على طول zero but zero a speed عشان دي و t. Here between speed and time and one straight line passing with the origin speed and time يبقى acceleration و straight line passing with the origin يبقى the body moving with positive acceleration بيسرع. Here the body is moving with no acceleration. ما عنديش no acceleration. I said zero acceleration يعني with the other meaning the body move with constant speed, which is very very important graph. Take care. Here the last one graph representing between speed and time and straight line but moving down. So here the body moving with negative acceleration. Let's move to another part together. After we finished the revision of the graphical relations وتعرفنا ازاي نعرف ال types of graphical relations ونرسمها. Now we are going to move in the next type of questions which are problems. At the beginning لازم نعرف واحنا we are going to start to solve any problem لازم نتخيل احنا البروبلم ماشيه ازاي، لو فيها drawing، لو فيها givens، لو فيها اي حاجه. Let's go now and see how can we make a practice on many types or كم example كده of problems together. Let's go and see how. We started بقى we start to solve problems together علشان نقدر نشوف how can we translate شكل البروبلم together مع بعض على drawing or ناخد الجيفنز ازاي. Here عندي البروبلم دي بالجيفنز اللي عندي. بيقول لي a racer covered 50 meter northward within 30 seconds and 100 meter eastward within 60 seconds. مشي eastward في 60 seconds and then 50 meters southward within 10 seconds. We return back to the starting point within 40 seconds. وطالب مني الquestions دي. How long is the total distance the racer moved and what is the average speed of the racer and what is the displacement and the velocity. First of all, a kind of من problems very easy if I translate it to a kind of drawing. أمشي reading the question كويس جدا and each part I will draw it to know how can we draw it. Let's see. The racer بدأ الموفمنت بتاعته to the northward فعملت الخط كده to the northward وعملت الارrow covering 50 meter in 30 seconds and then here to the eastward 100 meter 60 seconds مشيت الشكل ده and then southward 50 meter in 10 seconds and return back. ونخلي بالنا من كلمة return back to the starting point covering 40 seconds. Here أول ما طلبوا مني إن هو عايز how long is the total distance that the racer moved. أحسب التوتال distance اللي الريسر moved. طب أنا I have here عندي rule to calculate the total distance. It's very easy. هعمل D1 which is our total distance here. Total distance equal total distance equal how many distance I have. عندي ادي اول distance the second distance, the third distance. طيب هنيجي نقول مفيش fourth distance. But here I have a shape which we took it in that geometry which is شكل ايه ده؟ شكل rectangle. وفي الجيومتري we took that the two parallel axes, two parallel axes دول في الريكتانجل should be equal. يعني الريسر المسافة اللي مشيها من هنا لهنا is the same as من from here to here because he moved in rectangular shape. So يبقى أنا كأن عندي هنا ال covering distance هنا كمان 100 meter. So easily I can count all the distances now. Yes, of course. D1 plus D2 plus D3 plus D4. طيب. The first distance here 50 plus 100 plus 50 again plus the last distance which I created أنا عرفتها لوحدي from this shape. يبقى you know now if I draw I can recognize that I have a last distance here that I can know it وأقدر أعرفها لوحدي which is 100. So what is the total distance here is 300 meter. يبقى the racer cover in all this journey بتاعته 300 meter. يبقى عرفنا البارت missing here. How can I got it? From the shape of the rectangle. Then next بيقول لي what is the average speed of the racer. Here if I want to calculate the average speed يبقى لازم يبقى عندي ايه؟ distance و time. طيب هاخد انهي distance وانهي time؟ I have more than one distance and more than one time. And I know that the average speed, if I want to calculate average speed, يبقى عندي total distance over total time. يبقى the second هنا the first is second average speed equal total distance over total time. Okay, what is the total distance here? 300 meter over total time here. I have to calculate all the total time here, which is time 1 30 plus time 2 60 plus 10 plus 40, and then I'm going to divide this data together. 300 divided all this number, so I get the result very easy. And then I have to put what the unit. What is the unit of measuring speed? It's a meter per what per second. Okay, let's move to the next part, which is بيقول لي بعد كده what is the displacement and what is the velocity. عندي هنا a very important note you have to recognize it from this problem. It's a long problem بس شاملة كل الداتا اللي احنا we took it in all the units. Here what's meant by displacement? Displacement is the shortest straight line between 2 points. It should be starting and ending. طب this is the starting point A and this is راح ل B and then راح ل C and then D and the racer return back to the same original point which is A. Any time anybody be move and then return back to the original position so easily without any hard work يعني a displacement here in this case equal 0. يبقى هنا الانسر what's the third answer? Displacement equal 0. Displacement equal 0. طب why displacement equal 0? Here ممكن يقول لي explain your answer or give reason for your answer. Why in this case you said that the displacement is 0? easily because the racer returned back to its original position. رجع تاني لف الريس ورجع تاني to its original position. So هو ما اتحركش من مكانه، بدأ من starting point ورجع تاني لنفس البوينت. So there is no displacement. Okay, so displacement is 0. If he asks you, give reason for your answer. Because the racer returned back to its original position. طيب finally if I want to get the velocity. وليه أنا قلت velocity؟ because there is a direction north, east, south and return back to the west. So I have direction. So what is the velocity here? What is the definition of velocity that you know it? Velocity الرول بتاعها is equal displacement over time. طيب here I have displacement. No, يبقى 0 over any value equals 0. So the velocity here equal 0. يبقى here this kind of problem لمت لي كل الداتا that we took it in the unit 1. But the very important part here إن أنا the displacement if the body returned back to its original position, displacement 0. So finally the velocity is 0. Two cars move in the same direction and if the speed of the first car is 50 kilometer. يعني أنا دلوقتي عندي two cars are moving وطالب مني هنا two cars are moving in the same direction. If the speed of the first car is 50 kilometers. يعني أنا أول car ماشية ب 50 kilometer per hour and the speed of the next car أو second car is 70 kilometer per hour. يعني here the first car لو اعتبرنا أدي first car moving with 50 kilometer per hour and the second car moving with 70 kilometer per hour. Okay, then he wants from me to calculate the relative speed of the second car. This is car A first and car B is second. عايز يعرف the relative speed of the second car relative to the observer. If the observer standing on the ground. يعني أنا لو عندي observer هنا واقف، واحد بيتفرج واقف on the ground. طيب he wants from me here to calculate the speed of the car, calculate the relative speed of the second car which is this car relative to the observer which is standing on the ground. هيشوف الكار بأنهي speed. Very easy. طبعا هو السرعة بتاعته ايه؟ he's standing so his speed is 0. Okay, so he can see this car with its own speed يعني 70 kilometer per hour. يبقى if the observer at rest or on the ground without movement and its speed is 0, so he can see the car moving with its same speed because his speed plus the car speed 0 plus 70 or 0 minus 70 is 70 as it is. 70 minus 0 or 70 plus 0. طيب what about if this observer sitting in the first car هو قاعد بقى في الكار اللي ماشية اللي هي first car which is covering 50 kilometer per hour. هيشوف next car ازاي؟ أولا هنا we have to look to this problem. بيقول لي they are moving in which direction. هي دي الكي word اللي أنا I'm going to solve the problem with it. If they are moving in the same direction, I said before, if the two cars moving with the same direction, so I'm going to subtract the two speeds. So observer which is sitting here in the car A seeing the movement of the car B ازاي؟ يبقى here I'm going to make minus subtraction 70 minus 50. So the observer which is sitting here in the moving car with 50 kilometer will see this car, the second car, moving with 20 meter per second. يعني أو kilometer per hour according to this shape, a kilometer per hour. So الobserver ده شاف الكار less ولا more than its speed؟ Of course less. ليه؟ Because we are going to subtract the both speed together. From this part, let's move to another part related to this problem. If the two cars are moving with the same, in the same direction, but both are moving with the same speed. يعني عندي two cars, both of them are moving same direction with the same speed. The observer in each car هيشوف الكارز ماشية ازاي with double its speed. يعني لو car ماشية 50 kilometer and the other per hour and the other car moving with 50 kilometer per hour يعني the same speed and both of them are moving same direction يعني I'm going to subtract both. So كل واحد هيشوف التاني ماشي ازاي؟ مش هيشوفه ماشي خالص. Zero. Because مثلا 50 minus 50 equals 0. 70 minus 70 equals 0. يبقى again let's sum up this part. If the two cars can machine same direction with the same speed يعني both with 50 kilometer per hour الاثنين in the same speed. I said الكيورد بتاعي same direction I will make minus. So 50 minus 50 so both of them كل واحد هيشوف التاني واقف في مكانه. وده بنشوفه كتير قوي على الهاي ويز واحنا ماشيين. لو انا ماشيه في كار انا another one ماشي in the same direction of me both of us with the same speed بلاقي كأننا stopping مش ماشيين خالص. طيب in the opposite way if the two cars are moving برضو the same speed but in the opposite direction, one moving in this direction and the other one moving in the other direction على highway, but I am in this lane and the other one في the opposite direction of me. طب what I'm going to see here, in this case we are going to add the two speeds together, بعمل addition, opposite direction addition, so the total speed here أو the observer will see the speed is double the speed. Double the speed. It's very important note. You have to make it in consideration and take care within solving this problem. Now, let's sum up what we took in this episode. We revised Unit 1 totally, and in this part, we revise how can we draw graphical relation well, and pay attention when drawing graphical relation, we have to read between, is it between speed and time or between distance and time before start to draw it, and we practice on many types of problems. I hope that you understand this lesson very well. Please study hard and enjoy your day and see you next episode inshallah. Bye bye.